Good day, traders. Hoping that everybody's doing well this morning. Let us dive into the markets, guys. How's my sound doing? If you guys can hear me clearly, just drop a comment there. Then I can dive in and we can see what we've got so far. Awesome, you guys can hear me. Drop some pairs that you guys want to look at. Let's see what we can take advantage of today and hopefully get some trades in. First of all, let's ensure that we've got our risk management in check. That's something that we always have to make sure we've got in check. You don't risk too much. You don't risk your whole account expecting for miracles. We're only managing trades here. So let's adhere to that. And yeah, don't forget to take your partials as well. The more you take your partials, the better. The more you take your partials, the more consistent you'll be. And if you think about it, with our 0.5 to 1% risk per trade, maximum loss per trade 1%. So if we've got, say for example, you're doing the 0.5, which is highly recommended, then you'd probably need to lose 200 trades to blow your account. I mean, consecutively. So that's the whole motion behind the good risk management that we always try to get you guys to follow. And then yeah, Euro USD. Let's see what we've got on the Euro USD. Just gonna open everything. Yeah. So Euro USD, that's from a recommendation on the side there. So whichever page that you guys feel like you'd want me to take a look at, just drop a comment then and let's see what we've got. So Euro USD on the daily, which is always recommended. Let's see what we've got. The next key level that you'd want to probably focus on would be at this point here, 18,822, and probably watch those wicks there at the top. Probably look at the bottom one as well here. So with this pair, we really don't have much we're working with, but you would look at a potential sell at that level, potential buy in this zone here, and then from there you'd probably scroll back down, use some previous swing high, swing lows, trying to find a good entry point. And once you've got that, you'd need a bit of a candles and points of execution where you would execute your trade, or you expect your trade to get to before an execution is done. And once you find those areas, then you'd probably get a good point to work with. And this was taken on the daily, by the way. So you would want you want to take these type of trades with your price nearer. So for example, this one here, you'd look at a sell for now and hope that eventually it gets there, because it'll take a while. It's on the daily, it's not on the lower time frames. And the reason why we don't do the lower time frames is because of the volatility, of course, and you probably get wicked out more often than not. There we go. So we're always trading from the bigger time frame, using the lower time frame to find precise entry points, taking into account potential entries. There we go. So that's how the Euro USD would look. And then I see somebody's looking at GU NU again. GU, there's a, well, that's the one that really went out of our levels yesterday. It completely left us. But now what it did as well, it left a bit of a trail here. I've got some nice liquidity here on the hourly. So if you switch back to the daily, you're potentially going to have to wait for price to either come back, tank and trigger the entry that we've set yesterday, or wait for it to either get to these levels, which are really not that intriguing, or you're going to have to wait for it to get to all the way to the top. But you can see that in this current move that is doing, there's a lot of liquidity that is just laying around here. So that's what you'd want to take a look at, of course. And then from the bottom, I don't really see much happening. I wouldn't really look at a buy for this. So GU currently, no. And if you really are insistent on taking GU and you really want to try and grab something out of it, I would look at it from probably the 4 hour, looking at the most recent price action, of course. And you can see that it's just way too busy. There's no clear traffic. There's no point that would be good to enter from, increasing your odds, of course. If you scroll down to the hourly, still nothing there. Scroll down to the 15. Now you're scalping, which is something that we don't do. And then you'd probably look at that point at the top there. Look at these areas here. Look at these areas here. Okay, let me remove all these alerts. So these are, I'm gonna have to use them again in a few. And then scroll down to like your 5-minute levels. Try to find good entry points. And like I said, now you're scalping, so that's a bit of a stretch for my liking. And then scroll down even lower, especially if your broker is giving you crappy spreads. And yeah, you look at let's see, just hold on for a second. Okay, there we go. There was just some alerts going off in the premium channel, so I just had to check that quickly. So yeah, continuing, you look at a position from this level, and like I said, you're most probably going to get wicked out, and you'd want to watch your spreads. So that's a pretty intense level that you want to see. It's a 0.6. So yeah, you also want to wait for price to get out and then drop down to getting you in. So yeah, and you can see how it's leaving a whole lot of imbalances in its path. There's one there. So there's one currently forming. Look at that. I don't like moves like that. Anyway, so you probably could get in and have a nice drop, get some pips. 16R. Hey, if you've got a good broker that's giving you good spreads, you'll probably be good. Awesome, man. And then let's see what we've got. The dollar index. I've never, ever looked at that. I wonder how that looks. You probably drop me a text and tell me how it plays out. What's the... Let's see, the US dollar index. Okay, on the daily, let's see what we've got. Okay. Concepts apply everywhere, guys. You can use these very same concepts every single place that you look, and see how it plays out. And hopefully you will get something out of it, and it will change your trading, improve your trading for the better, and then see how that works out. Pretty nice liquidity there. So probably look at a drop pretty soon. So sooner than we think, actually. So you look at something like that. I don't really follow up with the trades or the analysis that we do on the signals. So if you guys do take them, just drop a comment there and tell us how it went the previous day, and so we can also see where we can improve. So look at something similar to that on the dollar index. And then, yeah, Warren, I do look at the imbalances. I just don't point them out. And then what do I look for in the daily? I look for key levels, some good key levels, points of entry where you are most likely going to get a problem move. And yeah, so we'll see how that works out. Okay, GJ. What do we have on the GJ? This probably be the last one we look at. I didn't mark it, so I don't think we'll probably get a good move from it. So with the GJ, look at that nice move. All that liquidity there. All that liquidity. So GJ, I would look at entering any trade from probably these levels here, somewhere there, and here at the top. But currently, nothing there. And then let's see. There we go. Look at all that liquidity looking there. So the next price point would be to look at that level there and probably drop down again to either the hourly, the 15, 5, 10. Doesn't really matter, but below the hourly, the lower you go, the tighter your stop, the higher your RR, but the more likely you will get wicked out. So that's just something to think about when you do take those tight trades. But yeah, when you get those tight trades, you are well into the greens. So which is something that we all want, of course. And there we go. You probably get a trade at that level. There we go. And hopefully smash all this liquidity here. But you are looking at a good point if it does trigger. So here as well, just make sure you take your partials, 2R, 3R, 5R, 8R, 10R, doesn't really matter, but take partials. That will always make sure that your account consistently grows, even when you take some losses. Awesome, guys. That's about it for the day. Let's see how they trigger. Check out the free channel, of course, on Telegram and follow some of the trades that we post in there. And I'll take it from there. Happy trading, fellas. I see one's asking what is my favorite time frame. I don't have a favorite time frame, actually. I just take everything from the top down analysis all the way down until I get some good entries. And then favorite pair commodities. Now I've got no favorite. Forex and oil, gold. That's it. US 100, US 30. They've recently been added on. So we'll see how that plays out. And that's about it, guys. Happy trading, guys.